Hi guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Summoners World video. So today we have another Siege battle video, another one in tournament style. So the video is pre-recorded, and again I'm going to talk about whether the defenses that I went into are good or bad, still meta, if they still work. And also I'm going to explain why I took my office into it, the logical understanding behind why I took certain offenses, or if it was just a YOLO team. And yeah, so we'll see if I got 10 wins. I'm going to try and not spoil the results because I did get a comment on my last video saying don't tell them in advance if I won or lost. So I'm gonna try and keep that a secret until the battle ends. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. So let's get right into it. So this was the first battle. It was against Perna, Sierra, Lauren, or Sierra, Lauren, Perna. And I like to take in my own Sierra, Perna plus the Orion. The logical reasoning behind this is because usually the Laurens are not on Swift. So it is really hard for them to outspeed the Orion, which are on Swift, especially mine was. So that was my thought. Usually if this kind of team takes first turn, even if they're all on Will, Orion tends to take one off at least, and we're gonna hope for it to be the Lauren or the Sierra, and then we bomb the one that doesn't have Will. It gets stunned, so we could either finish it off or control it and try to finish another unit off. So my thought here was to obviously finish off the Lauren first because that brings in the defense break, but it's totally fine if I take out the Sierra first, because once the Sierra is gone, really there's no threat to the Orion, and the Orion will continuously bring in that stuns, defense break, and attack bar boosts. And with that, we take more turns, so on and so forth. So believing that, I took in my team, and let's see how it went. So yeah, I take first turn. They're all on Will. Here, I'm hoping that we either strip the Lauren or the Sierra. I don't know why it took so long to use skill 3, but I went for it. And I did strip the Sierra. So that's all I needed, and now I'm going to bomb the Sierra. Glad that my Sierra landed the bomb. Sometimes it doesn't. We blew it up, make sure that we stun it, and then we try to kill the Sierra off. We were really close, but it survived. But I think we do kill it off. We now put the bomb on the Lauren because that's the one we start controlling, and we know we could kill off the Sierra with skill 1. And yeah, at this point, I think we are very close to winning. But then there was that double proc on that Perna, which just killed off my Sierra, which is really close. And now the game is a little uncertain, but then there's the kill on the Lauren. And yeah, with that lucky proc on my Orion, the game is pretty much done. The thing is, the Perna has one more life, so we have to hope that it doesn't proc right here. Oh, but another lucky proc on my Orion finished the game. So yeah, if the Perna proc there and killed off my Perna, who knows? But my Perna still had one more life, so I was pretty sure that we were going to win. So this was my second game, and it was against a Skogul Vigor Triana. And to be honest, to me, it looked like it was a Lucianable team. And this is because I'm a little confident with my Lucians, and believing that this is not a G2 or a G3 guild. I doubted that Triana was going to have like godly artifacts with, damage received from wind minus 20, 30, 20% or up. So hoping that's true, I took in my Lucian team. My Lucian hits like 17 to 18k per card. So that's, what is that? That's over 50k damage, right? So even at Skogul in G1 on Violent, you don't really see a lot that's on like 55k plus. So I was hoping the Vigor was going to die and the Triana was going to die, and then maybe if the Skogul survives, we'll just deal with the Skogul last. Obviously, if the Skogul survives, I was hoping that it only has like, 1,000, 2,000 health, so we could just kill it off with, the Bernard skill 1 and the Konomiya skill 1, which is probably like 2,000 damage in total. So we do go first, obviously. And then my Lucian goes. Here's my damage output right here. So it did have artifacts, because if you guys will look at that again, if you look at the damage on the Triana, yes, 14k. So like I said, my illusion does 17 usually. So there was some artifacts that reduce damage from wind or crit damage. So the Trana almost survived, I guess, but we still did enough damage, which was 42k, and thankfully the Vigor was the only thing that's surviving, which makes it easier for my team to finish it off. And then this is the third game. It was against Kamoon, Miho, Orion. I talked about this defense in the last video. I think it's a little outdated, still better than my Kamoon, Orion, Yen, but seeing how my Kamoon, Orion, Yen is working in G1, I think in this, after the Siege tournament, the final record was like 7-4, so it had a positive win rate. So seeing that, I guess that this defense is just as good or better. But you have to keep in mind that Kaki is not widely used in G1, I guess, at least, compared to G2 and G3, because I rarely saw any Kakis in defense compared to the G3 guilds that were in Siege tournament. But now with the Kakis, with all the Onimushas, I think this Kamoon, I guess not Kamoon, but this Miho meta in G1 and lower is gonna kind of die down. It also depends on how much Kakis or Onimushas gets built and the offenses get researched and utilized. But I do think that the Mihos are gonna die down a little. We're not gonna get that many win rates compared to what we're getting right now, because my Galleon Card Miho is doing great. It's like 31-13. That's how it's gonna end. But with the Onimushas, I am pretty sure that win rate is gonna fall because there is just another free counter to Miho. But anyways, for this defense, we took in the Lucia, the Xiaoling, and the Skogul. Again, the Xiaoling to counter the Miho, the Skogul to kill the Miho, and the Lucia to bring in the control onto the Orion and Kamoon. The only thing we have to watch out for is the defense break on the Lucia, probably on the first turn. If that happens, the Miho could target the Lucia and actually kill it off. But if it doesn't, then we do have a chance. Our chances are actually really high. If they can't finish one unit off in the first turn, I think we win. So that's my thought process. So let's get right into it. Here it goes. It uses skill 3, but my Skogul resists everything. So now the game is practically over because there's no way the Miho is gonna kill the Xiaoling, and I'm gonna continuously control the Orion so it doesn't move. My Skogul is not on violent, so it's not gonna wake up the Orion anytime soon. And with the Kamoon continuously hitting the Skogul, we'll get the skill 2 back up. So believing that, I think we are controlling the game. So there's the first rock. Orion's frozen, can't do anything. We heal the Xiaoling, so Xiaoling could bring in her own control, but we didn't get that. My Xiaoling is getting pretty low, but my Lucia is there to bring in the heal, so there you go. Again, when counter attacks up, Miho doesn't do any damage to Xiaoling. And with the second rock up, I think once the rock comes down, we have the game in the bag. Another freeze on the Orion, under the stun, we stun the Kamoon, and there you go. So I think we just kill off the Kamoon here, or the Miho actually, with skill 1, I think. Oh, I guess we just kill off the Kamoon. It didn't really matter, we already won the game, but we procced there. I guess we got a lucky crit. Another lucky crit there, and then we kill her off here. Oh, never mind. There's some lucky crits there. But I don't know why I'm talking to this. This game is really over. There you go. And then Lucia finishes her. I think Lucia finishes her off with skill 1. Yeah. So that was the 4th game, right, guys? 4th game? I'm not sure, but okay. Okay, the next fight was against this defense. Is the Susano, Orion, Miho. Again, it's a team that's driving for first turn with a 30% lead, water speed lead that is brought in with the Susano. The Orion is really fast. So, okay, I was like, no, okay, I'm not going to think about outspeeding this. Again, let's see what I can bring in. And this here, I brought in my other Skogul. Again, I love Skogul to kill the Miho. But I brought in a second safety net, which is the Jotan. And again, the Jotan has a passive where it reflects damage to the unit that crit him. So if the Miho ever goes for Jotan, there's a chance that Miho will kill herself. So Believing that, we brought in the Jolton and then the Triana so that there's sustain. And I think this one, yeah, I think I was hoping that the game went that way, but let's see. Obviously, their team goes first. Again, show my runes. I showed my runes for certain units, and for certain units I didn't. That Triana was a very bad Triana, but it does her job because she's a wind type, a wind attribute. So the Susano or the Orion is not going to go for her. This time the Orion did land the stun, but you see there, right there, the Susano almost killed himself, or already half health with that one crit. We got the stun on the Orion here again. You can see that their unit is just killing themselves, right? I'm not even hitting the Susano because I know that Susano. Never mind. They just got low enough that the rock just ended the game. I was gonna explain what was gonna happen. I thought there was gonna be more action going on, but no. Okay, the next one was against a Kamun Vigor Skogul, and people who have watched my past videos in this tournament or in my Siege Battles videos, you guys know that I like to test my Kamun Vigor Skogul, so that's what I did again. It's not a real counter. Again, it's testing your rune quality, even your RNG, I guess. So whoever is luckier gets the win. But obviously there is there's a small advantage on the offense side because I get to choose my moves and my target. So believing that, I brought in my Kamun Vigor Skogul. I like how they're built, so I was hoping that I win because my Vigor and Skogul have, Kamun and Skogul have high resistance, so I was looking forward to that as well. Well, I just said high resistance, and he gets heal blocked. He procced, but that's fine. We try to kill the Kamun here. We got a lucky proc there. No heal block, which kind of sucked. I think here we put up the heal. Or yeah, I think we here put up the heal. Yep. But yeah, we always try to kill the Kamun first because Kamun is usually not on will, so it's easy to defense break him and kill him off. My Kamun got defense broken, but we kill off the Kamun here, and now we just have to wait for the rock. And once the rock goes up, we are surely going to win unless the Vigor procs a billion times and kill off my Kamun. But that's not the case. I just try to get more damage on the Kamun because we know the rock is up. Here we kill the Vigor, and we get the rock again. And we win. Okay, so the next battle was against this Jolton Vigor Skogul. And here I brought in my Copper Bulldozer, which I didn't really show many times because there are less and less defenses that you could easily Copper and Bulldozer. You always have to take a chance. But this defense looked like it was Copper Bulldozerable. I do not recommend this defense. Obviously, there's a speed lead, but I think the Kamun is better than the Jolton. And my thought process here was to copper the Skogul and bulldoze the Jolton and then work on the Vigor. There's still a chance Vigor could, go crazy and kill off units and, heal continuously. So we could lose here, but I was hoping it was because it's a 3v1 that we do have a higher chance. So just hoping that we go into the fight. So we do go. They do go first, but thankfully he did not put up skill 2, so no crit resist buff. If he put that up, then we would have probably lost. But thankfully he did not put that up. So this defense was pretty fast. So I would have probably lost if he put that up, but thankfully he didn't. So we win. But I think if the team went as the owner wanted to move, then I think we would have lost. I think we should have lost. Like this Vigor put up skill 2, and then we can't, kill anybody because we missed a crit, or we get one crit and we don't get one on the Bulldozer. Because even if you kill off Skogul, if the Jolton and Vigor survives, we lose. We can't win because they bring in continuous defense breaks, the heals from the Jolton, and we're really slow. But thankfully that did not happen and we won. But this was a lucky win. I have to say that my offense was wrong, but I would have never known unless I went in. But that Vigor was fast with the 16% speed lead. it outsped my 280 Amasetti. I mean, my Amasetti is not that fast, but it's 280. With that speed lead, that Vigor was able to outspeed me, and I should have lost. But thankfully, the AI didn't go as the owner intended, so I was able to take the win. So now the games get kind of interesting because I saw one of my guildmates taking in 2 units into the defenses, and I was like, hey, why don't I do that? So I looked around and I was like, okay, maybe I could 2v3 this. So it was against a Molong, Julian, and a Harmonia. And I brought in my Wind Panda, the Feng Yang, and my own Harmonia. My Harmonia is not on Violent, so that's a little downfall there. So she's not going to have that much sustain compared to a Harmonia that is on Violent. But I was hoping that she could do her job and, tank them along. And then finally I was hoping that my Feng Yan, my Wind Panda takes enough turns so that it could bring the Julian down and, start eating up the other unit's HP. So that was my thought, and I went into this defense with 2 units. That's my Wind Panda, really bad. I have said this multiple times on my video that my Wind Panda is really bad. I have sacrificed his runes for other units, so right now he is definitely not on a good build. He's on a bad build, actually, in my standard. But we go in. I'm pretty sure the Molong's gonna go first because everybody's fast. Everybody's slow on my team. Here my Harmonia takes the hit, and then I just use our Unwanted Harmony. My Harmonia is on double Nemesis Will. There you go. But she just does it right back to me. Here I put up Calm Mind. And I try to kill the Molong first, actually. And I was really close. If I killed the Molong, it was actually an easier game. Here I put Calm Mind. Lucky proc there. Try to kill it with this crit right here. But we were one tick short. If we killed them right there, the game would have been, more on my side. But thankfully we killed them there. So now it's 2v2. And in my head, I thought I won. Because, Julian really doesn't do too much. But I didn't know that that Julian would stun so many times when my Wind Panda is almost on 100 res. And the Harmonia, again, that's on Violent, brings in a lot more sustain compared to my Harmonia, which is not on Violent. So it prolonged the game. See, there's that sleep, there's that stun, there's that proc. So yeah, we're very close to losing there. Thankfully, we didn't lose. We keep going for the Julian. There's a stun again. There's the Unwanted Harmony again. Again, on Violent is so much better, the Harmonia. So much more sustain. But obviously you have different uses for Harmonia if it's on double Nemesis as well. Mine was to tank the Molong, which it did perfectly. We just keep going for Julian because Julian steals HP from his friends. So if we keep bringing Julian down, we respectively take the other unit's HP down too, and in such a point, it won't be able to take HP like that, and we're just left the Harmonia. I mean, this takes a while because, again, it's elemental disadvantage with the Wind Panda against the Harmonia. And again, I said Harmonia brings so much sustain. But eventually, because we are on Destroy, and because Wind Panda does Wind Panda things, proc a billion times like that light vampire, we eventually get the win. If we got a crit right there, we would have killed it off, but it prolonged the game. I'm just gonna fast forward because I know that we eventually kill her off. Yeah, see, we keep going. I think we're pretty close. The sleep there was crucial, and then we kill her off. Yep. So we got that win. It was our first fight against 2v3 in a Siege tournament, but it worked. Okay guys, this is the next game. Again, I strived for a 2v3, and it was against a Vrad with the Ritesh and the Archangel, right? The Velodrol. These teams are okay, guys, okay? They're not bad. Here, it has a sustain from the Ritesh, although it's not a great sustain, but it is a sustain. The Veladril with Will, and Ritesh brings in defense break, and then the Vrad brings in control. One thing is that they don't have strip. So that's why I brought in my Fran, obviously Will. We need Will. We can't win without Will because they have a Vrad. And then my Daphnis. And Daphnis is because they have a Veladril. I was hoping that they were gonna actually move first, and have Will. So my Daphnis could snipe them off one by one. I was hoping to probably kill either the Ritesh off or the Veladril off first, and then and whoever second. It's not gonna be Vrad, and Vrad last. And anyways, I took in this team. Again, if you bring in Will, it kind of counters them. You have a chance. I mean, if you bring in Will, if you bring in 3 units, then I think you're 99% winning or 95% winning unless it procs like 20 billion times, or if the Veladril gets a lucky strip with skill 1. But if you bring in 2 units, we don't know. But you can see here that if we actually take first turn, so I'm kind of confused. But we wait for it, and now they have Will. Once they have Will, they are food for my Daphnis. I just have to choose which one to eat. And for some reason, my friend procs multiple times, which I didn't want. Here, I try to kill the Ritesh, I believe. I believe I do go for the Ritesh. Go for the Ritesh. Yes. Now we kill the Ritesh because Ritesh brings in the provoke, defense break, heal. We didn't want that, so we kill him off. Here, we have to take a hit. We took a hit. And again, this is because we took first turn. But because of those multiple procs from Fran, we had our Will back up, which was pretty lucky, I guess. But now the Vrad is out of juice because Vrad used all his skills, I believe. And we're just waiting to be able to kill the Archangel, the Veladril, and then we kill the Vrad last. I think I just use it to get him low because we know that they have no heal. Yeah, they have no heal, so I just use it. It almost kills him. I think I heal myself. Oh no, I heal the Daphnis. We kill the Veladril, yep. And then we just work on the Vrad. So even at this point, if the Vrad brings in like so much control, it's fine because he has no damage. Because of that, I'm not that worried at this point. Yeah, see the 2000 damage? Even if I didn't have Will, if I got frozen a couple times, I would have still won. And I finished it off with the Hellfire. So that was that game. Another 2v3, and it worked pretty well. This was the next battle. Again, another 2v3, guys. I had to keep going for this 2v3s or I'm gonna have like 1 unit left after a couple battles, and I didn't want to be wasting units like that. So here I bring in another 2v3 team. It was Camilla and Amelia against the Light Monkey, Rika, Savannah. And why do I do this? I do this because first of all, my Amelia is on 100 res, I believe. And my Camilla, it's Camilla, right? Even if it gets crit, it just wakes back up. No harmful effects could stay once you get a crit. So I wasn't that worried about Savannah's defense break. The one thing I was worried about Savannah defense breaking the Amelia after stripping her. But other than that, I'm not that worried. And my Camilla does output a good amount of damage. So even without defense break, I am pretty sure that she could output good damage. So I was hoping that we could kill off either the Rika or the Light Monkey pretty quick. And once we do that, if we just kill off one, I think we have enough sustain. Camilla from just her passive by taking turns, and Amelia from staying in, the unicorn form. She heals every 10% of her health every turn. So I was just hoping that those sustains was going to be enough. Because of that, I take in these two teams. This team is okay too, but no sustain. No real strips too. So if you bring in Will, it kind of counters this team. But you just have to keep in mind that the Savannah could strip and then could go for the defense break pushback, and one unit could die. Yeah, so Rika goes. And then here's Gigantic Roar, which doesn't matter. Didn't do anything. Here I bring in Will. But I really think I should just stayed in unicorn form, because these things don't really matter. It doesn't do anything to the Camilla. And my Camilla is the main focus I mean the main unit in this team, because she has to output damage. And you can see that they're doing no damage to my Camilla. My Camilla's not that fast. I think like 180, 190 speed. But look at those heals. I just put this up because I know that they're not gonna get a harmful effect on me. Try to get some freezes, but I wasn't lucky. Yeah, I tried to get some freezes. And I didn't get procs from my Camilla. If I did, this game would have been a lot shorter. Here's something I was scared of, because look, she's in fairy form, so she's actually pretty squishy. And I didn't like that. But we did kill the light monkey, and then we start going for the Rika. And after the light monkey's dead, now in my head I was like, okay, I could change back to unicorn form, because there's no sleep, and Rika has elemental disadvantage against Amelia. So I was pretty sure that we're not gonna get, you know, like debuffed or anything like that. Yeah, see, I think I just stay. Yep, I just keep staying in this form. At this point, it doesn't matter if Amelia dies. Even if Amelia dies, I think we win. My Camilla could finish off everybody, because they just don't have enough damage to finish off Camilla. Yep. And this Savannah was actually very squishy. Look at that. One hit. 6,000 hit. 6,000 damage. It's half of her health. Yep. And that was it. Another 2v3 win. Okay, this was the next one. It was against the Elad, Wind Panda, Leo. For people who watch my video where I talk about how to build a good siege defense, this doesn't fit that criteria. First of all, it's not tri-element. I think that's the biggest one. I really think defenses like this don't really work. This defense is lutionable, but just make sure that your Bastet or Konomiya, whatever your water unit, is on will, so that it doesn't get pushed back. But it is lutionable, and again, there's no will on their team. I could take in my second turn cleave. The one thing that Eladra has to do is to survive, well, to not get reset. If it survives the reset, it does have a chance for it to survive or cut in and use the revive and bring everybody back. But if that's not the case, this defense doesn't work. So that's why I take in my second turn Gleave. I don't know what attack this was, but we did do a good amount of attacks already at this point. So here I go for the defense break. I didn't get it on the Elad, so I was kind of scared. I was really hoping for the defense. I mean the pushback. I did get the pushback, the cooldown pushback. Then I just go for the kill, and it was enough to kill everybody off. Okay, guys. So this is the last battle. It was an Odin, Amelia, Velodrall. So I get what this team was trying to do. It was just trying to get the 5 stacks for the Odin, and I just brought in a counter to it, right? Because the Odin cannot kill the Rina usually. That's on 50k HP with some artifacts. Actually, my artifacts are really bad, so maybe there was a chance to kill the Rina if it was a team that had a attack buff. For example, if it had a Fran or a Bastet, then yes. But this team, this defense that you see right now, does not have a attack buff. So the max damage that it'll do probably like 30, 35k. So I know that my Rina could take a hit, and that's why I bring in the Fran to bring in the attack buff for my Leica, plus the sustain for the Rina, and also Rina has her own sustain. So believing that, I go into this team. I don't like this team. I mean, it is tri-element, but I don't like it nonetheless, because the only threat is Odin. If you kill Odin, there is nothing that the team could do. So here it goes. I personally think Kamun Bastet Odin is a lot better. Or the Kamun Vigor Odin. See, look at that, no damage. Well, it didn't have 5 stacks, but here we try to kill off the Odin, and we almost get the kill. It has 5 stacks now, so you're gonna see the damage right here, 18k. 18k through the shield. So it did a little more than I thought, but that was it. After he did that, he had 0 stacks, so we just killed him off, and that was it. See, now this team, there's nothing that this team could do. There's no threat. Like, it's just gonna keep putting up will. That's it. Yeah, you guys could say that Velodrall does damage with skill 2, but that's not enough. To be honest, my Rina could finish the team off because my Rina's on Destroy. But obviously that battle will take super long. Yeah, we just try to kill the Villagel because obviously we don't glance on Villagel, but Leica doesn't glance anyways. But nonetheless, Villager brings in attack bar boost too, so they'll take more turns if he's alive. But yeah, we're back here now. I want an attack buff, that's why I didn't use skill 2. Because if I have skill 2 attack with attack buff, we could go through that defense buff plus shield and everything. Here's the Will with defense buff, and then we go through that. Boom. And that was it. That was all the battles. So after the last battle, I had 170 contribution. I think this was from zero defense wins because really they weren't attacking my defenses because we were just pushing up so hard. So how many battles are that? I think there's one defense win actually. So it was 11 wins. I think 11 wins. Yeah, 11 wins, and yeah, the 2-2-2 allowed me to do one more battle. But yeah, Peak Flying did a lot more, so he got 195, but nonetheless. And the battle has ended like this, where I got 800 guild points and 280 crystals. We got 19 towers in the end, and you can see from the point difference that we did stomp pretty hard. But yeah guys, that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This one was a little more interesting because I took some battles where I only brought in 2 units, and that was kind of fun. Before, I would have never thought of doing that, but I just saw how Peak Fine was doing it even with other guilds before this when we were even getting stomped. So I was like, okay, maybe there are some defenses if I just put in my head into it where I could take in 2 units. So that's what I did, and I was able to find 3 defenses where I was able to take in two units to beat them. Those defenses were in no way bad defenses. Well, maybe some of them were, but I think most of them weren't. I think they were all tri-element. They all had some kind of control, defense break, so on and so forth. But really, if you just have the right mindset, you could see a flaw in their defense, or you could see a way to penetrate it pretty easily by just taking out one threat, their biggest threat. And after that, the game gets a lot easier. So that's what I did, and I think it was pretty interesting that I was able to accomplish that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope from this you guys could see, maybe you guys could see in your own siege battles if there's a defense where you guys could go in and, you know, use only 2 or even 1 unit to beat the defense. So anyways, again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If there's anything else you guys want me to do in Summoners War, please put a comment below. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give this video a like because that helps this video get recognized more in YouTube. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing because that really helps me. But yeah, guys, that's it for today, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.